What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joshua Edwards, live from Brooklyn, New York. This is Joshua's Proximity. We are officially done with Week 3 of the NFL season. We are transitioning into Week 4 of the NFL regular season. This past weekend, were some great games. Games were decided by field goals. Games were decided by block field goals. And then there was a shutout in there from the Carolina Panthers. But we'll get to that in a second. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So you guys know I currently reside in New York, Brooklyn, New York. And this is what I want Giants fans or just casuals, coaches, general managers just to realize. Because you draft a guy in the first round does not mean you have to start him immediately. Yes, your team might be in a rut. Yes, your team might struggle from week to week. But just because you draft a guy in your first round at the quarterback position does not mean you have to start him right away. Now, there obviously are some instances where Cam Ward, C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, Caleb Williams, Jaden McDaniels, instances like that where you got to insert him and start him immediately. And then there's other instances like the Patrick Mahomes, the Jordan Love, the Aaron Rodgers, the Michael Penix. Guys that ended up getting their shot later on as the season progressed. Jaxon Dart, if you throw him in right now, what are you communicating, one, to your veteran quarterback, Russell Wilson, and what are you communicating to your team? Because if you go with this rookie off gate, yes, I understand he had a struggle against the Kansas City Chiefs. Russell Wilson did. I understand he missed some throws. But if you throw him out there, Jaxon Dart, if you throw him out there, you're communicating effectively that you're done with Russell Wilson. You cannot go back to Russell Wilson once you move on to Jaxon Dart. That's not how that works. So you need to make sure, if you're really going to move on to Jaxon Dart, you need to make sure that you crossed all your T's, you dotted all your I's, and you're making sure that this is the correct move. Because once again, nobody thought you would be a playoff team. Nobody thought you would win a Super Bowl. Yes, I understand your head coach and your general manager are on their last legs. But am I risking playing my rookie quarterback right now because my team is in some rut? You really got to make sure that it's the right selection because once again, once you transition, there is no coming back. So guys just need to just make sure that they're doing their due diligence. And I know that's what the New York Football Giants are doing, but you got to proceed with some caution because you don't want to do that, one, to your team and to your quarterback. Because once you do that, you can't go back anymore. So let's go ahead and talk about my Carolina Panthers. Now, I told y'all that we were going to win this game. I told y'all that we were in a position where we're right there. We're right there for the NFC South. Everything is for the taking. The Saints are awful. We just literally shut out the Atlanta Falcons 30-0, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got a tough schedule ahead of them. But what I'm seeing from this offense, the last couple of games, last 6 quarters or so, it's up there. Bryce Young has been phenomenal. I love how Dave Canales was actually putting him on the rollout. The first play we come out, play action, get him out of the pocket, let him use his legs. His touchdown that he scored, he scrambled, made a play, and he's being decisive. So that's the thing. That's the biggest key that I've seen just from this past week, especially with the Atlanta Falcons. Pitching a shutout. We were running the ball. Bryce Young was making some timely throws. Tedderor McMillan still has catches that he has to come down with, but that's why he's a superstar. That's why you drafted him number 8 overall. And if you just look at the team just overall, Dave Canales, Bryce Young, I don't want to call this an admiration. Bryce Young is 3-1 against the Falcons, but this is something that we can build upon. We got the Patriots this week. The following week, I think we got the another lesser team. Then we got the Cowboys. Then we got the Saints. So the NFC South, I understand we're 1-2, tied with the Atlanta Falcons, and I understand that the Bucs are 3-0, but the NFC South is still wide open. We win this week. We're 2-2, still in control of our destiny. So I look forward to it, Nick. I'm getting my elite controller. Wait, baby. You gotta pee? You poop? I think my daughter's talking about my son right now, peeing and pooping. But let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right. So top 10. Here is my week's top 10 for Josh's proximity. Coming in at number 10 is the Washington Commanders. Now this is a team. They're just kind of reeling right now. Jaden Daniels is hurt. Offense looks iffy at times, but they're still producing. Number 10, the Washington Commanders. Coming in at number 9, the San Francisco 49ers. Now, Brock Purdy is missing, but they're still hitting on all cylinders with Mac Jones. And this just goes to the Shanahan's offense. I told you guys, once McCaffrey was healthy, this is a team that can once again compete. Yes, they lost Nick Bosa, but right now it's hard to say that they're not top 10. At number 9, San Francisco 49ers. Coming in at number 8 is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, when you look at the Bucs, 3-0, but they've been coming down to the wire for every single game. The Jets came down to a field goal. The Texans came to a last-second score. And I can't remember who they played the first week, but they played the Falcons. That came down to a last-second touchdown as well. They're winning close games, but they're not dominating like I think that they should. So Panthers can still win this division. At number 8, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Coming in at number 7 is the Los Angeles Rams. Now, for everything that I just said, they should have won that game on Sunday. They were up 19. They obviously have the talent on the outside. I would love to see them get Devontae Adams the ball more. We know that Puka Nacua is a top 5 receiver. I understand that, Sean McVay. But you got a Hall of Fame receiver on the outside that can go tick for tack with him. Get him the ball more. Go in your bag, design more plays for Devontae Adams. And he may not get a jet run. He can get open, though. His routes are still crisp. Coming in at number 7, Los Angeles Rams. Coming in at number 6, a team that should still be top 5, but they had an egregious loss against the Cleveland Browns, the Green Bay Packers at number 6. Jordan Love, the only knock is he makes boneheaded decisions in times that you're not supposed to be making boneheaded decisions. Number 6, the Green Bay Packers. Coming in at number 5, the NFC North, the Detroit Lions. Now, anytime that you can go into M&T Bank and you out-physical or bring more physicality than the Baltimore Ravens and you whoop them, you got to be a top 10, definitely top 5 team. Coming in at number 5, the Detroit Lions. At number 4, the Indianapolis Colts. Guys, Daniel Jones really is in contention right now for MVP. Jonathan Taylor is in contention for MVP. He's clearly the front runner for Offensive Player of the Year. The way that this offense is looking, the way that this defense is playing, undoubtedly a top 5 team right now in the National Football League. Number 4, Indianapolis Colts. Coming in at number 3, the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, they just lost Najee Harris to torn Achilles, but the addition to Keenan Allen at receiver makes the difference. Number 3, the L.A. Chargers. They can run, play defense. Number 3, L.A. Chargers. Coming in at number 2, arguably the best quarterback in the National Football League, currently speaking, the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen. They're still winning games at a high clip. At number 2, the Buffalo Bills. Coming in at number 1 is the Philadelphia Eagles. Coming in at number 1. What you just saw from them on this past week, they come back, they win the game against the Los Angeles Rams, and they were down 19 points. Everybody's talking about how the offense cannot move the football throwing, but they're still out here winning games. I think they got I don't know who they got this week, but matter of fact, I do know who they got. They got the Bucks this week. They lost to the Bucks last year, so it's interesting to see how they bounce back. And at number 1, the Eagles. So 10 Commanders, 9 49ers, 8 Bucks, 7 Rams, 6 Packers, 5 Lions, 4 Colts, 3 Chargers, 2 Bills, 1 the Eagles. Now, my daughter right here is just kind of driving me crazy just a little bit. Yes, they are talking to you. Yes, baby. So let's go ahead and do my projections for this week. So Seahawks versus Cardinals. I'm going Seahawks, man. The Cardinals kind of look sketchy. They lost a close game. Going Seahawks. Commanders versus Falcons. Ah, man, I like the Falcons in this game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm going Falcons. Titans versus Texans. Two defeated teams. Somebody's got to get a win. I think that the Texans scratch out a win. Panthers versus Patriots. I like us. Browns versus Lions. Lions. Vikings versus Steelers. It's gonna be a close game. I'm going Steelers. Chargers versus Giants. Give me the Chargers. Eagles versus Bucks. Give me the Eagles. Saints versus Bills. Saints might not win a game this year. Bills. Jags versus 49ers. I'm going Jacksonville. Colts versus Rams. Give me the Rams in this matchup. Bears versus Raiders. I like the Bears in this matchup. Ravens versus Chiefs. But one team's going to be 1-3. I'm going with the Chiefs. Packers versus Cowboys. Give me the Packers. Jets versus Dolphins. Give me the Jets. Bengals versus Broncos. I'm going Broncos. And once again, Josh's Proximity. We out, baby.